Ba-doo. Okay, so excuse me. Oh, sorry, did not mean to yawn. So we are live, right? Yes, we're streaming. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I'm streaming. Streaming, dreaming. Okay, just doing that. Okay. Maybe drawing some sexy Captain America. Yeah. Yeah, because I can clearly draw tonight. Nope. Man, it's not easy drawing torsos. Just trying to draw. Like trying to draw a sexy Captain Butt. Oh man, talk about hard doodling. I just need to see this. It's a little easier. I don't want those ones. Okay, so we're gonna try to draw a sexy butt. It's not easy drawing a butt. Like, it's like, just not sexy. I was gonna try to do this, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. It's just so difficult. Like I was trying to maybe. Why is it so difficult? Like it's just so hard to draw. It's a little too thick. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Nope. Those are the only two that kind of work. Yeah, I'm just drawing butts. That one kind of works. I just need to fix it. Could draw a very cartoony looking butt. I mean, like a butt. There you go, but yeah, I don't like that. No, I can't draw cartoony. That one's kind of the closest. What I do need. Why is it so hard? Can I? Well, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. Yeah, that's like from the first film. That's not. I just need references. That works. That works. Might make this kind of big. Oops, wrong layer. Wrong layer. I don't know if that kind of even works or not. Kind of looks weird. I mean, it's like a butt. I mean, that's like a butt, pretty much. It just looks weird. Yeah. Need a saggy butt. Why is this such a pain in the butt? Such a pain in the patootie. Oops. did the best I could. Try to see what else he has on him. It's kind of like look up. You're like, need to see your butt. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay. The heck? Kitty cat's trying to get in my room. Excuse me. Sorry for no muzak. This kind of works. Not that me's been overdone a bazillion times now, but that's too much. Okay. Boop. Nope, not that. There we go. Okay, so boop, boop, clicky, 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 click. fix that spot. Okay. Next up. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. And those are kind of a leather. Okay, so got the color. Gonna maybe a little bit of shiny butt. And I think that works. A little bit of shiny butt. You do a little bit of shading. Just a smidge. Can always lighten it up, so don't worry. I wish make that smaller. Not that small. Okay. Just gonna shade a little bit. Let's see, some fun stories. So today my neighbor installed some floodlights. I still have no idea why, because she has nothing of worth at her house. But she installed like 4 more floodlights all around her house. And it's just weird. I mean, I guess she's allowed to do it, but it's just weird. Just turn that down just a smidge. I just want a little bit of shading. Always makes it look a little bit nicer. was thinking of ideas today, because a website I use for stickers is having a deal today for round stickers, and I was like, well, what else could I make into a round sticker? And then the meme from Endgame kind of came into my head, so. That kind of works. Okay. So let's explore in Photoshop. I'm going to title it Captain's Butt. Okay, save that. Don't need cap. Let's open up Photoshop. Here we go. Open up the Photoshop. There it is. Okay, so I need to do inches, because it needs to be, only be, I think it's 2 inches is the max. Wondering why I'm making it circle. It's because that's the sticker I can make it on is a 2-inch circle. So I'm trying to do pre-made so I can see what it looks like, you know. Whatever color's fine. Yeah, once it's filled. Let's see, so I don't know what that layer was. Okay. Merge visible. Control A, Control C, Control V, Control T. Actually, I think I put a little bit lower in the circle. Like right there. Not 18, let's try 12. Might keep it white, but I don't like Arial. Why is it on Arial? That's a... I don't put it on Arial. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, that one might work. That. Hope I got that right. I think that's what he said, right? That's America's ass? I think that's what he says. If I don't want to put that one just white. I guess that could kind of work. I mean, hopefully people will get it. We better without the butt shine. Yeah, I think that the butt shine. Okay, that's much visible. See. Yeah, I think better the butt shine. You don't need the butt shine. Okay, I'm gonna save that. People like that. I think it's pretty funny. No, I don't need to save that. It's fine. Okay. Probably shouldn't have clipped page tool side. Okie dokie. Got a lot to work on. Gotta finish this. This thing is going to elude me. Oh my god, seriously, cat? Hold on. Hi. Can I help you? Furby. You want to purr in the microphone?
I know. Hi.
There you go. What you wanted? You wanted my desk? You are such a brat. You are such a brat. Hi.
What are you doing? What?
Bratty, bratty, boy, boy. That's all I hear is brr, brr. Well, we gotta erase some of this stuff still.
What?
My god. Don't get cats. Just don't. They'll be brats forever. Okay, so I can work on this, or what else do I have to work on? I have a lot of stuff I've... Let's see, I was working on a Spyro print. Don't know if I'm gonna finish that ever. Got a new chibi dinosaur. I can also work on the Derpy Mons. I'll work on a Persona thing. Was working on that. Come on, I didn't finish that. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what else there was I was working on. Where's the Spider-Verse stuff? Ah, because it's blank. Spider-Gwen. Ham. I was gonna work on Noir. I was gonna add them to my Spider-Verse print because I felt kind of bad. Too cartoony for my like. I don't like that one. Gwen I like. I need to work on her again. Because I don't like how she looks. Meh. Okay. Where's this one? I don't really know what I'll do with this one, to be honest. There's so much artwork. It's like, what do you want to work on? Everything. I was working on some carousel ponies. An old sketch of mine. It's pretty cute. I keep procrastinating to work on this. It's like, what can you work on? Not this. Let's see. I do have the derpy stars I haven't finished either. I feel so bad. We'll work on this for a little bit, and then we'll go back to the Game of Thrones piece. Because I know people love my derpy Pokemons, and people have been asking for a while for the OG starters and everything, and I did originally have drawings of them, not derpy-fied, but I had drawings of them. I was trying to keep my door closed just so I don't have to hear my mom's TV and everything, but that's fine. If my cat will claw my door, destroy my posters, then I'm good. Hey. I'm procrastinating finishing the Game of Thrones piece. I instead went to the derpy Pokemons that are just sitting, which, I mean, they've been done too, because people like them. I actually have one guy at all my cons that actually, every time he sees me, he buys all my derpy Pokemon stickers, and so every time he comes to me, he's like, what's your new ones? And I always felt bad because I haven't drawn any new ones in a while. I mean, there's just so many Pokemon, and my Pokemon Derpymons take up, like, almost half my table now, because it's ridiculous how many there are. Oh. Well, that got a little screwed up. Let's see. There we go, fixed. Boop, boop, boop. I'm very messy when I draw. It's fine easier just to erase afterwards than it is to try to get them perfect lines. Well, I had a fun experience getting dessert tonight. I decided to go to a place nearby that I used to actually work at, and I was thinking of getting like a smoothie or something, but then I was like, no, I used to get, they have, it's called a frozen hot chocolate. Basically, you just, instead of making it hot, you just make it with ice and mix it in a blender. So it's the same hot chocolate mixture. You can even do it at home, really, if you wanted to make your own frozen hot chocolate. And that's what it's called. It's called a frozen hot chocolate. So I told the girl at the front after waiting forever, she's like, oh, hi, can I help you? And I said, yeah, I want a frozen hot chocolate. And she, okay, thank you, computer, making noise. Computer, why did you make noise? Computer just made noise for no reason. Okay. Anyway. Sorry. So I said I want a frozen hot chocolate, and I want an eclair. And she's okay, and so she starts typing buttons, and she goes, do you want, which, they had two versions, Mexican or European. European is just normal. Mexican has, like, cinnamon in it. I don't like cinnamon, so I said, European. She's like, okay. And she starts clicking away, and she goes, do you want that iced? And I'm like, well, yeah, frozen, because you're going to put ice in it. So I said, yes. She gets in her headset and asks this guy asks him a question. Like, of course, I can hear it. She's right in front of me. Oh, thank you for the hosting. Hosting always is good. I've lost like a couple of followers I noticed in the last few days. I'm like, no, I'm down to 27. I was up to almost 30. It's like, no. Anyway, so she asked her, like, I guess her coworker about icing coffee, and I'm like, it's not a coffee, it's a hot chocolate. And she goes, I'm sorry, ma'am, we can't ice it, but we can make it for you frozen. And I said, yeah, that's kind of what I asked for. And she kind of gave me this look and went, oh. And then she started making it. She's like, okay, your total's this amount. I paid for it. I sat down. You know, it was just funny that she, like, that's what I said. It'd be like going to Starbucks saying, I want a, like, I don't know, like a blended something. And they go, sorry, ma'am, we don't have that, you know, this way, but we have it this way. like what? It's just kind of funny that she was like, we can't do it for this way, man, but we can, we don't have it iced, but we can make it for you frozen. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what I asked for. No. Nope. Okay. So I think Charmeleon's done, minus that. Okay, we need to fix that. Nah, I don't like how that looks. Okay, just need to... Okay, that looks better. I just need... Boop. And boop. Okay, I do need Charmeleon's colors. Charm... If I can spell. Thank God I know your name. We'll do this one, just digital. Copy. Control V. This is going to be color 2. Yeah, because we're on second one. Okay. Okay, so boop, 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 boop. Charmeleon. Boop, 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 boop. We didn't get your back. That's okay, because we missed a lot of spots anyway. Ah! I need it smaller. I need it smaller. Okie dokie. Because I can color with the mouse perfectly. There we go, it's colored in. Nope, that's not colored in. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Well, at least his eyes are white. And... no, I don't want a short key. Boop. Okay, it looks like everything else is the same color, so boop, 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 boop. Belly, belly. Boop, boop. Okay. Looks like all those are okay. Yep. Can I see over here? Yeah, it looks fine. Okay. Next is your tail. I gotta print up so many of these now. Once I finish all these new guys, I have to print them all up. It's never gonna end. It's like it's never gonna end. It's delete that. Okay, so Charmeleon is done. Boop, boop, boop. Charizard. Char, baby. What did I do to you? It's like he's coughing up blood or something. Okay, that kind of works. Yeah, that does not. Doesn't really look like Charizard, but whatever. He is supposed to be derpy Charizard, so he shouldn't be 100% himself. And don't worry, the other 3 stars are here too. So I drew this a while ago, so they're there. I just gotta. Just gotta draw them. And again, they're derps, so they're not. They're not perfect. That's the point. I started doing this just for fun a while back. First one I drew was, I think it was Articuno. I drew the 3 birds because I was playing Pokemon Go, and I was thinking, you know, I just want to draw them kind of chibi, and then I started drawing them really funny because I was a little tired. So I was like, I'm just going to draw these things just stupid. Because everyone draws them very majestic and everything, and I can't draw anything majestic to save my butt. And everyone seemed to like my drawings. So I drew more Pokemon. Fiery. Oh, thank you, my Derpymons. Gotta derp them all. I'm actually thinking of making a poster for him eventually with that slogan. Gotta derp them all, and just having the original my Lugia that I drew, which I'm so proud of that Lugia. I'm sorry, the Lugia is probably the best one. Well, that one and Xatu. Xatu looks like he's seen some shit. As I always tell people, I tell the adults, not the kids. I don't tell them shit. I tell them he's seen stuff. He's not traumatized, but that future sight isn't helpful for him. Okay. But yeah, I do have everybody else here. I do have. There's this this Squirtle line. What did I do? Okay, Wartortle I might have to change a little bit. I don't like how he looks. And Blast. What did I draw? What is that? What is that? Do you have a tour? You have a tumor. You have a tumor, you have a tumor, you have a tumor. Oh, you have a tumor. Oh, I laugh my own stuff. Okay, we might have to rework Bulbasaur a little bit. He looks kind of weird. Yeah, we might have to work the... Yeah, I might have to redo the Bulbasaur line. I don't like how that Bulbasaur looks. That just looks weird. What was I drawing? What was I doing? He looks more dog-like. Ivysaur, what? Poor Venusaur looks like he's just depressed. Like, that doesn't work. I need to fix those ones a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how I did that with Blastoise. Like, that's like just the best thing. I think I was using the pose I used for the dragons, because he's a big boy. I mean, Squirrel's pretty good too. Foaming at the mouth. I actually have a melted line. I don't know if yeah, these are all the Derpymons, by the way. These are all the ones I've drawn. These are all Derpymons. You're like, oh, there's only a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, I'm still proud of, where is he? This boy, Lugia. Lugia boy, I still like him. But most of the legendary, I'm trying to keep them more legendary looking, because it's very hard to derpify a lot of them, unfortunately. Like, the ghosts are kind of hard to derpy. The birds are kind of easy, because, I mean, I draw the birds out the feet, so it's kind of like, I made them like little, like dolls. The dragons have the little pot bellies. The Sobble, yeah, I think anything I would do with him, these are the newer ones. I have the melting. I do have Sobble actually right there. Sobble is done. I just need to save him as a normal file, not a Photoshop file. But yeah, Sobble's done. I need to redo Grookey, and I don't think I have anything for Scorbunny. I didn't draw him derpy yet. Yeah, that one I'm actually kind of proud of. But yeah, I have melting ice types this year. People did not like that on Tumblr. Some were saying that they didn't like that idea. So I'm like, okay. Excuse me. But I kind of had to. It was like, I had to think of something that's derpy, and I was like, well, besides just drawing them derpy, it's just fun to have things happen to them. So I was throwing the idea out there of, like, maybe having the bug types be squished, dark types being hit by sunlight, I don't know, something stupid. No, I haven't done the evolutions yet. I actually drew Chibi evolutions a long time ago. I still had them, I took them down finally, because they're so old. But I haven't drawn the evolution set yet. People do ask about that. I have not derpified the Eevees yet. Or Vulpix. I had to do a lot of derpifying, so... Again, I went by, when I first started doing these derps, I did it by request, so people would say, oh, do this Pokemon. Okay. And I was like, well, after a while, I started figuring out, I'll look for body types, so I did all the dragons, because most of the dragons have, a stature that I could just basically, hate to say, a template, so I just would do kind of like with the Charizard here, kind of same thing, where they're sitting with a Buddha belly, 1 foot out, 1 foot close to the camera. So it was like, okay, so I kind of just, not copy and paste it per se, but made it easier. They wanted you to derpify poor Sylveon? I think Sylveon's the scariest Pokemon. I mean, I remember when they first announced it, and then people started realizing it was a dragon killer. Like, have you seen, I think it's a Tumblr or a Twitter account that's like Sylveon the Dragon Killer, and it's terrifying. It's like its own creepypasta. It's freaking terrifying. That's why I got a Sylveon in the game, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get Sylveon just so I can beat up everything, and it is killer. Fairy type moves are just nasty. Not in Sun and Moon per se. That one kind of rectified that, but and I learned that even though I loved Litten and I wanted my kitty cat starter, he's not the best one. He's kind of weak. So yeah, I will do the evolutions eventually. I'm still trying to figure out the bug types. Like, again, I wanted to maybe draw them being squished by a fly swatter, but that's adding an extra element, like a fly swatter. I don't know. It's hard to Google that and get a reference, you know? I mean, I could be cheesy and just get, like, a fly swatter image and just, like, paste it on top of it, but that's kind of mean. It's like, no, I need to draw it. It's just... But yeah, people do laugh at my Derpymons. I do laugh. I laugh when they laugh. It's funny when they see all of them together on my giant wall of stickers, and they go, oh my god, it's like, they're derpy, and I'm like, yep, it's not an insult. They literally are derpy. Half of them are retarded, half of them are just dying. I know I couldn't call them retarded, but they're Pokemon. They're monsters. Pretty sure the ones I've drawn have some mental issues. Oh, I think I know I was gonna do the grass type. I was gonna do for like the Bulbasaur there. I need to redo it, but I think my idea was to make them like high or something like that. Like they're smoking too much of their weeds. But it's kind of hard to, unless you just do the eyes and just have them with a bong or something. But nah, I'm not gonna do that. Ah. So yeah, I'll derpify some more guys. Don't worry. Like I said, I finally got to the starters. These are the first starters, so I know someone's gonna say, "Well, do you have Torchic?" And I'll be like, you know what? You have any idea how many starters there are and how hard it will be to draw all of them? Let me start out with the first ones, and then I'll go in order. Like, I'm doing the first ones. Let me get these ones done first. I have to then print them up, make them. Well, I have to finish this coloring, print them up, do a display one, laminate it. I figure I'm going to put out my display for conventions. I have so many. You have no idea. I have so many of these stickers now. It's just ridiculous. And to print them all up, it's just... I'm going to get, like, just a binder nothing but these stickers now. Which is fine. I mean, I sell them for $1 a piece, but it's just... It's time-consuming. I do laugh. There was one kid at a convention once. He was looking through my derby stickers, and he complained, saying, "I don't like how they look. They look funny." I said, "Yeah, because I draw them derpy." And he's like, "Well, I want the Giratina one. It looks the most realistic." And I kind of laughed because Giratina held his tongue sticking out, but I was like, okay, whatever. Just funny that one kid. I remember him vividly because he's like, "They all look funny. Why do they all look weird?" Because they're not supposed to look normal. It's just my interpretation as an artist. I'm allowed to draw however I please. And I think it's funnier to draw them funny. Also, it's easier, too. Less work for Kelsey. The less work, the better. It's kind of reminded me of my days when I used to draw adoptables on Neopets and everything. Yeah, no, people were always funny, it was a little kid, too. He was, like, I think barely 10 or 12. I just remember that one comment he said, "They all look funny, but I want the Giratina. He looks the least funny." And I'm just laughing, because Giratina, I can show you, it's like, he does look like himself. Where is he? Where's Giratina? Where'd you go, buddy? Giratina, where are you? You're not in here, Giratina? Giratina? There he is, this one. Like, he still looks derpy. I mean, I guess he looks more like himself, I mean, minus the eyes and the face. He does, he couldn't derpify that. It was hard. He's still silly looking, but yeah, the kid was like, "That one looks the least, you know, he looks like himself." I'm like, okay. At least he bought something, so I don't complain to people when they want to buy stuff. I will say, people are the worst, though, the ones when you're right there in front of them, and they'll point to your artwork and say something mean, like, "Oh, wow, I wouldn't draw it like that," or, "Ooh, that looks so weird." And I look at them, and I'm like, right here. Artist, right here. "Oh, well, that's your choice. I just don't like that series." What other artwork do I draw? Well, I'm kind of like, my style keeps constantly changing. I am working on this piece. It's a Game of Thrones piece. It's not all the characters. I just added songs there to the left, but I'm drawing them basically watching their finale. So I am still proud of this face. I am proud of this face. I don't care what anyone says. What other artwork? Is this saved? Okay, that's saved. I'm gonna do that. Like, what do you mean, like, what artwork? I mean, I mostly like anime style. I mean, I can here, 2019, like, I do cutesy stuff, like this little bat here. Just did the America's butt thing. I can't really draw gruesome stuff. I draw funny, sexy stuff. Draw a lot of Pokemon, a lot of chibis. I do some like this, like full body stuff. Not very often, because I'm not very good at it, but I do draw like the boobies. Yeah, I do draw like stuff like that. Yeah, I'm good with drawing chibis, it seems. I'm just not good at drawing amazing stuff. A lot of chibis. A lot of chibis. I'm so proud of... Where's the sci file? I'm proud of this one. I don't know how this came out of my pen and paper in my mind, but... Dang. I still like her. I will never be able to recreate her. Never will. Okay, let's finish Charizard so we can move on, and I need to redo War Turtle, and then of course we need to redo the whole Bulbasaur line, because I don't like how the Bulbasaurs looked. Oh, yeah, no, I don't sell just Pokemon related. I tend to sell other fan art, some original artwork, video games. Typically I sell prints, stickers, buttons. Like, these things are going to be turned into 1-inch stickers. They won't be that big. Because again, I use I used to use sticker paper from Staples, but if you want to hear my rant, where I live, Staples no longer exists. They moved out of my town about a couple years ago. You can still order stuff online, but that costs shipping costs, and it's just... There was Staples like literally 2 minutes away from my house, so if I was bored, I'd just go up there and look at their clearance stuff. So they moved to another town, so I can't get their stuff anymore. So it's kind of like, well, why do I even bother? Yeah, that's fine, I don't need that. So I had to resort to other means to make my cheap stickers. There we go. So I had to buy full labels from Amazon, which are okay, but they definitely feel cheaper, that's for sure. But I can produce a bunch of them, so I just print up the stickers on that instead now. Just cover it with clear tape, so they're not meant to be permanent stickers. They're meant to be like just simple stickers that you'd buy at a con just for funsies. No, I haven't tried the Cricut stuff. I have a Cricut, but not the nice one. I got it years ago from my mom, because I asked for it for one of the holidays. I just know it takes a lot of setup for the stickers, and there's so many different designs I have for these Pokemon. They're all different shapes and sizes. I'd like do on the program on the computer. I can just cut them out myself. It's fine. Consider I laminate them myself, so it's just time consuming, but I'm jobless right now, so what else am I gonna do? Okay, so we need... Oh, he's right there. Charizard, thank you. You're not Charizard. Stop lying to yourself. Bingo. I need big boy. Copy. There we go. But yes, thank you for the advice. I've heard of Circuit. It's just Cricut, Circuit, whatever I call it. I don't know what it's called anymore. It's everything. Oh yeah. For dollar stickers, I don't find the point of using really, really nice stuff. And I started making these when I started using sticker paper from Staples, so it's kind of, I think it'd be weird for me to change it over now, consider how many designs I have for the dollar stickers. So I just find it easier just to say, it's fine, I'll keep doing what I do. Nothing wrong with that. I think Mom's going to bed because I heard the TV go off and suddenly got really quiet, and now it's creepy because I feel like I'm talking to myself. How did I miss that one? Boop. Yeah, because I know a lot of my customers know them as dollar stickers. I said the one guy likes buying these Derpymons, so if I were to change the price, even if I changed the material, people are still used to paying only $1, and they'd be saying, well, why are they now $4 or something stupid? Oh, okay, now it's yellow. Don't like how dark that is. I'm just gonna lighten that up a little bit. I may draw Detective Pikachu if I can figure out what I want to draw him as. Ah, she closed my door. I was like, what am I hearing? I'm guessing Mom just went to bed. Still feel awkward talking to myself. Still not getting used to streaming, that's all. It's just kind of weird. You feel like you're talking to yourself, you know? People go, oh, like if you don't have roommates or anything, it's probably fine. But when you live with somebody else, you go, well, it's your parents. Yeah, well, it's still awkward. Especially when she run in my room and be like, Kelsey, I found something. And I'm like, I'm on stream. Can you not? And she's like, oh, sorry. Like, she'll start cursing and saying stuff. I'm like, can you not curse? And she's like, why? I'm like, I'm on stream. I'd rather not have children go, well, not watching her stream because she curse a lot. It's like, I'm not cursing. It's somebody else. It's not my fault. Why is my door open? Oh, probably can't open it. Well, I'm not wearing headphones. I'm not wearing headphones right now, so I wear glasses, so headphones kind of hurt a little bit after a while. I learned when I stream, especially when I do on my PS4 with the headphones, just so you can hear the music, which I couldn't hear last time. Still haven't figured out that problem with my PS4, but we'll figure it out eventually. Boop. With the Streaming Labs thing. But boop. So yeah, I mean, I think eventually I'll start streaming with my headphones on. I'll probably play music in the background. Just for now, I'm just like, I don't know how long I'm gonna stream. So once in a while I have 0 viewers. I mean, I've had earlier today I was streaming and I had 0 viewers. So for me, I'm like, well, should I even bother having anybody, doing music in the background or anything when nobody's here watching or caring about little old Kelsey? Nobody cares about little old me. Dang, it's 10 o'clock. Gotta brush my teeth still. Okay, so Charizard is done. Okay, Squirtle will keep. I think Squirtle is a keeper there. We'll do his line art real quick and color him. But we need to redo Wartortle, because I think Wartortle needs something besides just a derpy face. Don't know what Wartortle should have. Why are you crying? Oh, because of me? Little old me? Well, thank you for the follow. Like I said, I keep dropping followers. I had like 30 like 2 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden I had 29. I'm like, okay. Then I had 28. I'm like, okay. Then I had 27. I'm like, who keeps dropping little old me? It's like, I didn't do nothing. It's like, I try to stream. I really do. I can't draw a straight line. I cannot draw a straight line. I cannot draw a straight line to save my life. Nope. And yes, I've seen the new Spider-Man trailer. I saw it today. I've already seen Endgame, so it's fine. I can see the trailer. I'm glad they at least put that warning. Oh, well, thank you. That's like when I was doing the Game of Thrones one, I'd get like one viewer, I'd get all excited, and then one viewer would leave, and I'm like, is it Game of Thrones? I'm sorry, I have a cartoony style, like, I'm sorry. It's probably the time of day when I was filming, too. I was doing it earlier at, what time did I do it? Was it 3 o'clock? No, that's when I came back. It was 5. Yeah, I think it was like 4 or 5-ish. I started streaming a little bit, just for funsies, and I didn't get really any viewers, so I just cut the stream short, because I was like, well, no one's watching me, and then Mom started talking to me, so I'm like, well, I'd rather not be in the middle of a stream when she comes in asking me, telling me weird stuff. It's that awkwardness. It's like, I don't need to have a conversation with somebody over stream. It's just weird. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. People are getting off work, and people are probably still getting out of school. So I know my one friend told me it's kind of like the prime time if you want to get the younger audience. Is you start streaming about 5-ish o'clock-ish. But it depends on where you're at, too, because, like, your time zone matters, because it could be 5 o'clock where you are, it could be 8 o'clock somewhere else, or it could be 2 p.m. somewhere else. It's good to see who your core demographic is, too. For me, I think my demographic's just so random. I got at least you, so I got a few loyal followers, so I'm happy for that. I tried the I'll follow you, you follow me, and it doesn't seem to really work, to be honest. I don't mind on Twitch, because I don't, at least on Twitch, I mean, it showed me my people I follow, and I can watch them if I want to, which I don't really have the time. I mean, some of them are okay. And then other people, it's just like, eh. Unlike YouTube, where if you follow them, they'll suddenly be all over your feed, and you're like, I may not want to watch your content sometimes. You know? But, like, last night I was watching, I found a random channel on Twitch, and I was like, okay, I'll watch some random channels. And it was a podcast one, I think, and they were, at the very end of their podcast figures, it's always my curse whenever I get onto Twitch and just happen to browse channels. They're like, okay, well, we've been streaming for X amount of time, we're gonna go, and I'm like, no, I just got to your channel, hold on, let me talk. It's just funny, because they were talking about Game of Thrones. I was like, one guy was asking a question, and they weren't answering, so I answered him. It was just funny, because they don't know anything about Game of Thrones, which is, they were talking about Endgame, that's what it's weird, like, their channel said, like, Endgame talk, and this guy was talking about Game of Thrones, asking him, like, who would win the Endgame, the Endgame army or Game of Thrones army, and I was like, what? Yeah, the only thing I found useful was, apparently I got invited to join some team on here, Team Spock, whatever it is. So all I do is follow the main guy, and every now and then I'll see I get hosted by people on that channel, because you're required to host people, so that's kind of cool. It still says, like, hosting 0, so I haven't seen a uptick in people, so it's kind of like, yeah, okay, but it's better than nothing, right? You gotta keep chugging along. Okay, this squirrel's becoming absolutely adorable, and I love it. I love this more and more. This is the best thing. Oh, I laugh at this is the problem, when I draw the derpy mom, I start to laugh, and it's just, I can't stop. They're so stupid looking. I mean, I hate saying retarded, but they just look so retarded. They just do. Yeah, I know, I would love to have, I mean, I'm not saying I want to fall in like PewDiePie or like Markiplier or something like that. It'd be cool, but I don't produce enough content to do what they do. And I know everyone I've read about said if you want to become a Twitch streamer or YouTube, like really, really big, you have to like stream every day, already have a following. And I get it, it's not easy. I'm gonna do a new layer. I want to do the layer of the bubbles. Okay, so I think foam with the mouth works. Actually, I started doing that. I actually have 2 business cards now on my table, where one is advertising my YouTube channel, the other one's advertising my Twitch. So I'm hoping that kind of helps me a little bit. Okay, I need to turn off this one so I can see the lines. There we go. Which is funny, because some people actually will grab only I call it my gaming business card now. And people only grab that one. They go, this is your business card? I'm like, yeah. And then they walk away, and I'm like, oh, okay. You grabbed the wrong one, but it's okay. I won't heckle you for it. Either one's fine. Though I haven't seen any new follows whenever I do that at conventions, but I've only been to a couple events since I started getting those cards, so we'll see. I have an event in, I think it's in 2 weeks, actually. Phoenix, so got that one. There we go. We got our okay, we need a Squirtle. Oh look, I can spell. We need digital, because that one's better. There we go. We got our Squirtle. for Squirtle. Okay, so boop, 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 boop. You got your blue. Burp, 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 burp. How to run a con booth? Oh boy. I would say if you can, when you're starting out, try to find somebody who has experience or someone else who's a newbie too and share a table at first if you can. Make sure you have somebody with you. I highly suggest a partner, a family friend, a boyfriend, girlfriend, sibling, just someone to help you, because going solo is probably the worst thing you can do, because bathroom breaks, food breaks, especially food breaks, you're going to be on your own and it's going to really hurt, because you also need to like go, well, I got to abandon my table now. I'm going to draw a line real here just so it's, if I can draw a line. You know what? What, cheat? There we go. Boop. Okay. Sorry. Brain was going like what? Like do the arch. Yeah, but conventions can be fun. They are expensive. You need to have a little bit of capital up front. You can't do them for free, because every con's gonna charge you for the table, tax stuff, getting your inventory. If you hand make it, that's fine, but you still need to have the inventory, so you need to buy the materials, whether it be buying the photo paper to print your prints on, buying the stock for your sticker paper or whatever, or buying fabric to sew or anything. You're going to need to have money. You gotta at least be, I think, 18 for most conventions, just because of tax laws and everything. You can't, because the IRS, that's the only problem. You can have your parents sign for you, but I don't recommend that, just because, I would say wait till you're 18. Should bubbles be a light color? That's too close to his color. We'll make these shiny, I just gotta figure it out. But yeah, just pretty much, it's just, I would say it's trial and error. If you really want to know the experience, just go to a con and just shadow, like walk around the artist alley and just see what the artists are doing. If you can, work for the convention and try to do setup, load in and watch the artists. Oh yeah, slicing. Yeah, the paperwork's always fun. Okay, hold on. I kind of like that. That works. I don't want that. Okay. So it kind of looks like foam. It works. It's beautiful. It's perfect. Okay, so we need to redraw more turtle. But yeah, like conventions are a weird gambit. I started doing them about, like I said, like almost 10 years ago now. And it was on a whim. I went to a con, and I remember it was the first con I ever went to. It was like a 24-hour thing, and I walked into the little dealer room, which only had like 2-3 artists in it. I remember thinking to myself, I was just so enamored with it. I loved that idea of, and I was an artist, not the best artist. I mean, who's really the best? But you all learn, right? War Turtle. Thank you for spelling it for me. Okay, we need to see War Turtle, because we're gonna redo him, because I don't like that one. Okay, we're gonna just mute that one and do a new layer. But yeah, I fell in love with the idea of it. I've been to so many different conventions where so many different artist alleys are present. You have just applying for cons has changed dramatically in the last 10 years. when I first started applying, it was more of word of mouth. You learn about conventions, and now with the internet and everything, you can just figure everything out. There's first come, first serve. There's juried ones. There's ones that are just flat out, unless you know someone, you ain't getting in. There's weird first come, first serve, juried combined. So, like, it's juried, but it's first come, first serve. It's weird. Oh, yeah. If it's a free event, by all means do it. I've done actually a few couple shows that were either dirt cheap or cheap-ish or free. I've done at least like a couple library conventions called library cons or lib cons. Those are really nice just because of they're free. The downsides, of course, the drive. They're never in my town. They're always like a 2 hour drive up north to the capital, to Phoenix, because of course nothing's in Tucson. Everything's in frickin' Phoenix. Okay, so how should we draw War Turtle? Because we got our dirt beast. Okay, Squirtle's blowing bubbles. What is War Turtle doing? What should a War Turtle do? That's really cute. What should a War Turtle do besides being freaking adorable? That is adorable. I love that. Can I have that? That's adorable. Ah. So yeah, it's like right now, because I have no job now. I've been jobless for about 2 years. Unemployed. I've been doing conventions, trying to do a little more of them. I've been trying to get into better conventions too, because I've done a lot of my local shows here, and they're okay, but they're just not profitable. At least not to me anyway. My friends tend to tell me otherwise. They tend to tell me, "Oh, I make a ton of money here and there," and I'm like, "Cool. Well, I did that exact same show, and I didn't make any money." Should we draw War Turtle on his back? That'd be so mean, wouldn't it? I don't know if I can do it. It's kind of weird. Because it'd be like this, kind of. Gotta shrink that down a little because I got your tail in there. Like this, kind of. I don't like your feet. Yeah, I like how that looks. He's so hard to draw. War Turtle, you're a pain in the butt. But yeah, that's with convention wise, just because when we're talking about convention, people go like, you're so critical of other artists. I know I made one guy angry in my Twitch stream a while back when I brought up conventions, and apparently he had met me at a con and he knew another artist, and he was like, "Oh, do you know so and so?" And I was like, "Oh, I've heard of them," that kind of stuff. And then suddenly, because I didn't talk praise about that artist, I got like, he got mad at me and was like, "Well, you're only at conventions for money?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm jobless and this is my only income now, and it always has been an income regardless. I don't do a con for fun. I mean, would you work for fun? Would you go to your job and not want to get paid?" No, likewise, I want to get paid too, and it sucks when I have to do a big investment. I mean, some cons can cost me upwards of like $1,000 just to show up. That includes hotel, travel, and the table, not including my merchandise costs. I don't include the merchandise costs. So if I make like $400 at that con, that's not a lot of profit, kind of thing. Okay, War Turtle, we need to figure you out. I mean, we can base it on that a little bit. I hate just keeping that one, because I don't know. Should we just keep that one then? Because I don't know if I can redraw him. Oh wait, okay, we're going to keep it somewhat, but we're going to change just the face a little bit, so. But yeah, I mean, cons are fun though. I mean, the only downside is when you sell at a convention, people don't realize that you have to kind of like turn off your brain a little bit to having fun at it. There's no more having fun at it. It's pretty much If you want to go to panels, you have to kind of plan your day around it. Shrink that down a little bit. Okay, make that bigger. Boo, 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 boo. Okay. So I was gonna make his tongue stick out. That's too big. I don't like that. Oh god, that question. I guess that question actually quite a lot whenever I'm doing events. People go, "What's your favorite Pokemon?" It's always a toss up. I always suppose it depends on. It's kind of like who's your favorite like My Little Pony character, who's your favorite like Marvel character, and I always say it depends because I would say narrow it down from all of them to say, okay, who's your favorite starter, or who's your favorite fire type, or who's your favorite legendary. Then I can kind of narrow it down a little bit because my favorites kind of changed over the years. When I was a kid, it was always the original. I think I've always loved Kanto. I've always loved the Kanto Pokemon more because that's what I grew up with. Though I had a weird thing for Mudkip when he came out. I think I still have some of the plushies. Everybody hates him because of the April Fool's meme from uh, DeviantArt ages ago, but I always loved Mudkip, so I'm gonna say Mudkip right now. I cannot draw a nose. And which is funny, I haven't drawn Mudkip yet. Because he's a starter, so I haven't drawn him yet. Turn that one off. This looks so weird. Okay. Okay, we're gonna redo your tongue, buddy. Hold on. Boop. If I can just erase some of this. Boop, boop, boop. That could work, I just need his bottom. Okay, we just need the shell again. Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, I go with Mudkip then. So I need to draw Mudkip. Once I finish these starters, I'm probably gonna work on the Johto starters next and go from there. But yeah, I liked Mudkip. I loved Vulpix as a kid. Vulpix was my favorite for whatever weird reason. Arcanine was okay, but I don't know. I liked Vulpix more. Didn't like Meowth that much. Pikachu was kind of meh. I thought he was overrated when I was a kid. Didn't really like him. Did like Charmander, didn't like Charmeleon, didn't like Charizard. Didn't like Venusaur either, to be honest. He's just kind of weird. Yeah, Mudkip I think is the best choice. Okay, I think that's much better. I like this one a lot better. I was trying to go like a I was trying to like squint my face and he's trying to it is his inner Greninja's coming out. Okay, so we got that one. So let's do your line art. Okay, don't need more turtle anymore there. So yeah, like the first the first set of Pokemon has always been my favorite. The Kanto Pokemon. The other ones kind of grew on me because I did play most of the games. The only games I never actually played was Black and White. Surprisingly, I kind of I at that point I was kind of like, I'm too old to play Pokemon kind of thing. So I thought, oh, I can't play them anymore. So I had my DS still, but I stopped playing it. I kind of stopped playing most of my DS games. Kind of a sad story. I lost a friend in high school to suicide, and oh, I thought cat was puking. So I kind of just stopped playing my DS because him and I used to play a lot on our DS. So that was kind of our thing. And so after he kind of passed away, it was kind of hard to play. I mean, I would start breaking out into tears playing like Mario Kart or the Bleach game. Me and my other friends and stopped playing their games too because again, we all were reminded of him. So it was kind of hard to play. And don't feel bad. Like I said, it was suicide. It's not everyone's experienced it. I wish he had told us about his demons, but he did not. So definitely, if you do need help, by all means, get help. Don't hold it in. Because it's just sad that I lost a friend that day. And that's the only thing I can remember my last year in high school was a best buddy of mine doing that. Literally second week into our semester. So yeah, like I said, I kind of quit playing DS after a while. I picked it back up for X and Y because I heard about good things about it. And I was like, okay, that sounds like a fun game to play, and I actually bought both games, X and Y, because I thought I was going to play through one of them and then play through the other, which I did not. Yeah, newsflash, I did not. I only played through X? No, Y. No, X, yeah. No, Y, sorry. I'm trying to think. The Pokemon make the shape, so I got the red guy. The guy who takes life. Not the reindeer thing. So I played through with that, and then I remember it wasn't difficult per se, but I didn't really enjoy playing it, and I was like, I don't want to play this twice. So, yeah, I wasted like what, $100 buying both games because they were like $45, $50 at the time. So I got both of them on sale on Black Friday at Sears. So I didn't spend too much money, but I only played through one, so I just sold them both back to a local game shop. And then I did buy, what was it? Alpha and Omega. Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. I think I bought Omega Ruby because I got the one with Groudon. I like Groudon. Again, I didn't do the same mistake twice. I didn't buy two games. I said, nope, I'm going to buy one, and I'm a Groudon. I'm Team Magma. Team Magma for life. I love my Groudon. I think making more land makes more sense than making more sea. I don't want to drown. We have enough ocean. I don't want more ocean. That's my thinking. Out of both of them, they seem the most practical. And that one was kind of fun. I love the graphics on it. And then I did buy Sun and Moon. I didn't buy Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. That was the last game I played on my 3DS, and then after I beat that, I sold my 3DS finally to GameStop just to make some money. My friend still has his. He's still playing through Sun and Moon, by the way. He put it down after we bought Sun and Moon, and I finished it within, I think, like 2 months, and he finished it within never, because he's still playing it. I think he just beat the first trial captain, that's as far as he got. I'm like, really? You didn't get further? But I will buy the Sword and Shield. I cannot talk. I'm definitely going to buy a Shield. I love Shield Hero, so I'm definitely going to buy the Shield one. Unless the Shield Pokemon is, like, really crappy. They haven't revealed the legendaries yet, so it depends. If the legendary for that one looks like, bleh. I hate saying I'll take the sword, but at least it's not Spear, right? It ain't no Spear Hero. So yes, I do have a Switch, so I can play the new Pokemon. I did not buy Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee just because that's a very baby-looking game. Not my thing. I don't need hand holding for games. Just show me what you want me to do and I'll do it. And Pokemon was always been straightforward. Though Sun and Moon really screwed me up a lot for that. Sun and Moon was just like, you used to playing Pokemon? No, you didn't. This ain't the same game you thought of. This is a completely different game. Let's see, I waited in line for free combo day on Saturday. I got there 3 hours early. The store opened at 10 a.m. I got there at 7:30. And when I got there at 7:30, by the way, people were already in line. They told me I got there at 7. It's ridiculous. Just for a few free previews for comics. And they were okay. They didn't have all the comics, apparently, because later on I saw people posting online the other comics. I'm like, we didn't have those. I didn't see those. I know the shop I went to is notorious for not putting them all out. They have very limited space, so they tend to put out what they can. Whoopsies. Boop-a-doo. That's it. If I go quiet for a minute, I'm going to go get my charger, because I'm using my phone for the chat, because I don't have chat, obviously, on my computer right now, because I have the drawing up. And my phone's kind of, battery's dropping quick. So I may get my charger. Don't worry, I'll still be here. I'm just going to get my charger real quick. I think it's out in the living room. Okay. Well, thank you for coloring that in. Copy. They're a little bit bigger. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, that's the only ones that are cats. Cat hair everywhere. And that. Boop, 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 boop. Oops, didn't select that one. Might want his eyelid. Boop, boop. That. Okay, that actually works. Okay, let's see. Boop-a-doo-ba-doo, that. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. I guess War Turtle's done now. He's so beautiful. Okay, and our fun boy. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my charger for my phone. Put that there. Okay, move the charger real quick. Move my legs a little bit. Got a charger. Got my charger. Okay, let me go brush my teeth real quick. dokie. I am coming back. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Your favorite thing and my least favorite thing to draw. My favorite thing to draw is just if I'm going sporadic and just making fun stuff. Like the remodels are pretty simple for fun. They're simple. I don't like drawing hands. I don't like drawing feet. I don't like drawing full bodies. I've never really gotten very good at drawing crazy stuff. I mean, even doing like this piece, I think this is kind of what I hate to draw, is like drawing full blown pieces like this, where it's so many elements, so many people and bodies and things happening. This is easy. You just saw, I just literally finished what, like 1, 2, 3, 4 drawings in the span it takes for me to draw all of that. I'm gonna close that because it's killing the memory. Memory don't like this. Make sure we save that. Okay, that one. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Just want to make sure I'm not bleeding the wrong stuff. Definitely need to redraw the Bulbasaur line. Will probably make it. Hi! Who is under me? Hi, Furby. Come here. Here, you want to hear the Furby? Hear the Furby. Here, Furby, say hi. Are you happy? You're very happy. He's a happy boy. Get an ear full of purring. What is your problem, buddy? My cats like going underneath my desk. That's what they do. Hi! And then I find all your hair everywhere. You happy? I can't see you. Okay, so we're gonna do Blastoid here. The only thing I don't like about the Twitch on your phone, the dashboard, is when I turn my phone sideways, the chat doesn't turn sideways. It's kind of annoying. I'm sorry I just lost a couple viewers because they're like, what? I didn't want to hear kitty purring in my ear. This isn't an ASMR channel. I mean, it could be, I guess, if I just want my cats to be purring all day and talking. They talk a lot. These cats do anyway. Boop-a-doo. I like when I can draw things and people don't care about anatomy or about perfection. I do ask some people like kind of question some of my drawings. I'll say like, why did you didn't include that? And it's like, well, if I simplify a drawing, I make it easier for me. Unless you commission me, it's my word against yours. It's what I want to do. But yeah, I do like drawing fun stuff. Yeah, I do like just drawing things that are in my style versus trying to copy or emulate another style is very difficult. And I've learned once in a while, like, if I fall in love with a style, I go, that's a really cool style, and then I try to emulate it, and I never can. I'm trying to see where I drew everything on this drawing, and it's just hard. Definitely the most satisfactory thing is that people, they'll buy a print or a sticker of my artwork, and they actually like it. It definitely makes me feel, I'm especially shocked when I have prints that don't really sell well. People actually want to buy them. Especially like someone goes, yeah, I really like the art style, and I go, really? You like my style? And they go, yeah, I like this, and I go, oh, thank you. Tell everybody else that, because no one's buying this print. I mean, I've retired some prints because nobody wanted them. Okay, I might need to see a picture of Blastoise because I don't think I drew. Because I don't know what this is. I don't know what I drew there. I don't know what I drew half of you. What did I draw on you, dude? Okay, we need Blastoise. That's shiny. Don't get me wrong. That's true. Why are you showing Mega Blastoise? I don't want to see Mega. I want to see his back. Thank you for that picture, but I need him from the front. Oh. Those are encasing your arms? Why are they encasing your arms? It's like a bad choice. Oh, and his... You have knee pads. Why do you have knee pads? Just why? There's so many questions I have about your design, Blastoise. Mainly the knee pads. Why do you need knee pads? But okay. I'm guessing we're gonna have to do this. So. It doesn't circle your arm. That's fine. Okay, so... Yeah, we just stabbed your eye, Blastoise. Sorry. But you'll be very popular, I can tell. Boop. It's kind of like, yeah, what's kind of like why I draw these Pokemon derpy is that it's kind of my style. I can draw them derpified. And I don't have fear of saying, well, they don't look 100% like themselves. They're not supposed to. Okay. But your gun does not look right. Can you work with me, hand? Thank you. Okay, so your tail... Okay, your tail can do that, it's fine. Yeah, apparently Blastoise was promoting the "Stay cool, kids, wear knee pads." And you too can blast water from your jetpack, but I'm not gonna do the lines, those dividers are just simple. Yeah, people will still know what he is, it's fine. People will still know. You don't need everything. Okay, but you do need your second gun. You need gun 2. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Okay. Need to erase some stuff. And it's funny, I have to always reference this for my drawings because I don't remember half of this stuff. I didn't know Blastoise had knee pads. I wouldn't have drawn him without him. I was like, what is this extra limb here? Did I just accidentally draw an extra toe or something? Nope. He got knee pads. And the plus side, it's going to be so small that this isn't going to be that noticeable on the main sticker anyway, so it's fine. Quit zooming in. Get that out of your eyeball. Hair off the... Do. Well, I can always take requests for Derpymons if You got any ideas you want to see that I haven't done yet? I've done most of the legendaries, most of the dragons, most birdies. I didn't want to do all of them just because birds aren't popular. I've done most of the dogs and most of the cats. Done some ghosts. So if you have any ideas for anything you'd like to see, let me know. I'll try to figure it out. If you have an idea for how they can be derpified. Like I said, I need ideas. Because I can only do so many different faces. Like I said, I had ideas for the bug types, but the bug types are just not that easy to dish out. I think I actually... Do I have a Caterpie one? I thought I did. I don't know where it is. Is it here? Oh, yeah. I was drawing some. I had a Caterpie one there. Metabot just basically looked the same. Yeah, I had a Caterpie one, so I did have some buggy types. Don't know what I was gonna do with those. So any ideas would be very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. I'm going to go with my original idea for the bug types where they get smushed by a giant fly swatter. I can still do that. Just got to figure it out how. I think that's pretty cruel, but it's also kind of funny. Because it's just, they're bug types. I mean, remember, Misty hated bug types. Hopefully they'll release some more information soon about Sword and Shield. Because I haven't heard anything since the initial announcement and then the waves of all the fan art that everybody was drawing. Which I have to get those printed up too. Had to retire my starter stickers from Sun and Moon because Sun and Moon's now over. We got some new Mons to love. And Brave Square Bunny's not firefighting. Which is from my friend when I first told him that. He's like, what would be so bad if it was firefighting? I'm like, dude, there's so many firefighting starters, it's not even funny. He's like, but it... I'm like, don't say it. Don't say it would match it perfectly. No, it does not. We don't need any more firefighting. Oh, no. So any ideas for Bulbasaur, let me know, because I'm going to redo him. I don't like how I drew it. I drew this quite a while ago, so I definitely need to redo. The Bulbasaur looks pretty meh. I'm not really proud of it, so I need to redo it. I'm glad I connected those dots. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. See if I got 2 conventions coming up back to back. I got Phoenix at the end of this month, and then I have SAC Anime in June. I have nothing for July though. Just 2 doctor's appointments. I'm gonna hate dentist again. I don't like going to the dentist. Or my heart doctor. But that's life for you. You get older, everything starts falling apart, and then they think they hear something weird with your heart, and they go, you need to go to a heart doctor. Always fun. So yeah, I have nothing for July, but I will have at least 1 con for August. Yeah, 1 con for August. Once they send me the invoice to pay, and we get the airfare, and we're done for that. And then I should have 1 for September. 1 for November. Actually, probably 2 for November if I can get the other one. Actually, no, 1 for November. 1 for October. There's really nothing else. Yeah, I need more events. I'm gonna try to get an Anime Expo next year. My friend and I are gonna do like a voodoo circle of computers and every tech device. We're gonna have my computer, his phone, my phone, and then I have an iPad now, so we'll have the tablet open too. Everything's gonna be open, so we can. One of them will have to get into a table for artist alley. I mean, we're gonna laugh. We're gonna take a picture of it, going, "This is our Anime Expo voodoo getting a table ritual." We'll draw the full Metal Alchemist circle and everything. We'll channel our inner Full Metal. Be like, time to get a table. Okay, where's the Nina dog sacrifice? Yeah, let's say I tried getting to AX this year for 2019, but the tables, once again, I saw the green button, I clicked it, it said error, I clicked it again, and it said sold out. And then my mom was like, isn't it, they're really pricey, they're about $500 just for the artist alley table. That's really high from what I'm used to. I'm used to paying like maybe $200 at most, so 500's like, holy crap. But it's also Anime Expo, that's the biggest. I know once I've gone to Anime Expo, I've kind of hit the big leagues if I can get there. But, yeah, I couldn't get a table, and nobody was really sharing. Understandable. I mean, you get into a con, you really don't want to. Like, I felt bad for getting to SAC, and people really want to get in the SAC, and people are offering to share tables, and I'm like, I feel bad, but I don't know you, and I got in, and I don't know you. Sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna try next year to get into Anime Expo. That's kind of, I've never been to it. My other friend's gone for fun. She's like, I would never sell there. I'm like, well, I don't go for fun much anymore to conventions. My fun days are over. I need to make money, not spend more money, you know? Okay. I think, Blastoid, are you good? No weird marks? Okay, we just need your... We need your colors. So yeah, like I said, I only had my 1 computer, and I told my friend we need to... Are you underneath me? Okay, good, he moved. I don't want to hit my poor kitty. I feel bad if I move my feet and... It's like, sorry! Didn't mean to hit you. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna have like a voodoo ritual almost of we're gonna have his computer, my phone, his phone, my iPad. If he has a tablet, we'll bring his tablet. And we're gonna do like everything. Just to try to get in. It's gonna be nuts. So at least one of the devices, or if 2 devices get in, we'll pick which one's better connection and just do that. He told me if I get in, he'll go with me. So I'm like, okay. So I think I get like 2 badges, so it's like, perfect. It's like, you will help me sell, and we'll both get to go to Anime Expo at least once in our life. So yeah, it would be nice to go for next year. I'll try again when they open up the artist alley tables. It just sucks when you I saw the green button. I saw the green button to get in, and it said error, and then it was like, nope. Oh, that's cool. But if I'd known about, my friend likes to play fighting game tournaments, and there's one. Is it Revo or Evo? Evo. There it is. Sorry, my brain. I go to their convention called. I used to go to their convention called Anime Revo, so it's a different one.
Hey, not that.
Boop, boop, boop. But anyway, he's gone to Evo. Yeah, Evo in Vegas. He's gone to it a couple times because he's done pretty good qualifying wise, and he told me a couple years ago, I think last year, before, that they actually now have an artist alley for it. The one girl had huge lines out the door. I didn't know when they opened up the applications for it, but I think that one is only invite only, because I don't think they have apps for that one anymore, which is kind of sad. I'm like, oh, I would have maybe applied. I mean, it would have been fun. Never mind, I guess I won't go. So yeah, he didn't go this last year because it's really pricey to go. He's told me flat out that it's really expensive to go to Evo. It's not a cheap event. Like, he splits a room with his friends like 4 ways. I mean, someone's to be in the bathtub, for crying out loud. That's how many people they put into a room. Because it's just so expensive to go to Vegas, and they can't. I mean, they die with the airfare alone. Let's get that. Yeah, and I know it's an invite to participate, but I think also it's an invite for their artist alley too, apparently. Because this one girl, I found her on Tumblr after my friend showed me all the pictures, saying, yeah, her artwork's pretty cool, and yeah, she's really good. I think she knew someone because she was invited to sell there. She's one of the very few artists allowed to go sell at Anime Evo, not Anime Evo, sorry. Again, there's another convention called Anime Revolution that calls themselves Revo, so my brain goes, Revo, right? And it's like, no, don't smack that. There we go. Okay, so Blastoid is done. Delete that layer. Save. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, so we're gonna redo this ugly eyesore. He can just die down there in the corner. Okay, so we need the Bulbasaur. But yeah, my friend didn't get very far at Evo. He got, God, I think he was like ranked like 40 or 50. Like, he was pretty low. He got beaten by the Koreans, I think is what he said. He goes, the damn Koreans, and then my next one's gonna be Phoenix Fan Fusion, formerly known as Phoenix Comic-Con. They dropped the Comic-Con title because of the whole lawsuit, if you haven't heard, between San Diego Comic-Con and I think it was Colorado Comic-Con. One of those ones. Pretty much what happened was the Colorado one screwed up big time. They used the same logo from San Diego. They also brought down one of their vehicles with a wraparound of their logo and all their advertising to San Diego without sending us permission, and put it plopped down in the middle of their convention, so they weren't very happy about that. So there was a lawsuit that was entailed that basically apparently San Diego has the copyright to the term Comic-Con, which is bullcrap right now. It is you can't copyright common language. Like, you can't copyright the word the, and, cat, bank, but you can copyright a phrase like the cat bank. You just can't copyright the cat or bank kind of thing. And it's just, but unfortunately the guy who owns the Phoenix convention got part of the lawsuit. He got dragged into it, so he was worried that he gets sued. So he 2 years ago he rechanged the name to Phoenix Fan Fest and then Phoenix Fan Fusion. And we all agreed that it should have been called Phoenix Confusion. They had the perfect, yeah. It's an official. It's actually a copyrighted term that they got years and years ago. San Diego got that copyright like 10, 15 years ago. But the problem is that Comic-Con is it's a common language word now, so they should no longer have that copyright anymore. It should be thrown out. But the judge was kind of old school, so it's still pending. It's still in litigation and all that stuff. So, but the guy for forget for Phoenix, since he owns that name, he was freaking out, so he changed the name. But it's funny, everyone I talk to, I mention Fan Fusion, they go, I go, Phoenix Comic Con, PCC, and they go, oh yeah, I know that. It's just funny that people know for that. I'm gonna close my door, because Furby opened it, and I hear my mom making noise, so she's probably like, you're making too much noise, I can't sleep. And give it like 10 minutes, and I bet you a cat's gonna be like, meow, 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 let me in, meow, meow, meow. I had a ferret once, same problem. You close a door, and he would just be like, I want in that room. You open the door, he goes, oh, I don't want the room now. You close it, I want in that room. That's the way cats function, I swear. So yeah, next one's gonna be the Phoenix one. That's at the end of this month. I think it's the 25th. What's the dates? I think it's the 23rd through the 26th of this month. Yeah, I heard about the Stan Lee one. My friend went to it last year because I didn't know when he said, yeah, Palm Springs something. I'm like, Palm Springs? Because it was formerly the Stan Lee Kamikaze thing, or Kamikaze, and I'm like, oh, I heard it kind of took a nosedive when it changed the name. That's the problem, is people, they recognize a brand. It'd be like a Target or a Walmart change their name to Greensmiths or something like that, and you'd be like, what the hell is Greensmiths? It was Walmart. Oh. That's the problem, is most convention, not just Comic-Cons, but any convention, their identity is pretty much their name. Oh, they screwed up bad. Yeah, that's my friend told me. He told me he made okay money there. I didn't want to do it. I saw some bad reviews about it. Again, you can look up reviews for any convention on websites. I think it's Artist Alley Confidential. You can look up people's, they can be anonymous or whatever. Yes, I know I have a pattern with doing this, but it's what I do. Okay. What do you like anymore? Okay. Ooh, they did that? Holy moly. Oh man, I live in Arizona, and I know when it hits over 90 or 100 degrees, it gets bad. And the problem with artist alleys is that most artists have those giant print walls, and so fans are our worst enemy. That's why I hate doing some outdoor events sometimes, because I use plastic storage cubes for my displays, and even if I can weigh them down as much as I can, a little bit of a breeze can knock my stuff around. And a lot of artists have those giant print walls, so it's like any wind, even a customer walking by, is like the worst thing ever. So I can only imagine giant industrial fans are gonna destroy half people's displays and be a hazard. Yeah, why would they even do that? That seems like it's just so stupid. Here, let me draw. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Like, hold on, let me draw while... Yeah, you see nothing. I can turn off the screen real quick. That's what it's like. You want the experience? Wow, that sounds awful. I'm glad I didn't do that one. I think then they call it LA Comic-Con now or something, I don't know. It's like a weird kraken or something. It's like a squid as their mascot. Because I was thinking of applying to one of them, and I think I instantly got in, which I thought was kind of odd. Like, I applied within like an hour, I got an email saying, here's the pay link, pay! And I was kind of like, what? Like, I don't like when cons instantly send me a pay link. That's kind of a red flag for me too. It's like if I apply and immediately get a "you're in, here, quickly pay us money," I don't like it. I don't. I try to warn my friend that too, because he likes to do a lot of conventions too, and he'll apply to a con and he goes, "Wow, the con's like in 2 weeks and I got in." And I kind of go, "Aren't you suspicious?" "No, why should I be?" Like, well, the con shouldn't have any availability, especially only a week out. It's kind of a bad sign. A con should sell out. It shouldn't have space available. Unless you're on the wait list, that's a different story. Oh, you're wearing a full outfit. Okay, yeah, I would say that's... I mean, I live in a desert too, but I can't stand heat. I'm pale, I show it on my face. It's kind of the worst part is I show it on my face really bad, and people tend to freak out because they see me red-faced, and they go, "Are you okay? Are you..." I'm like, "No, yeah, I'm fine." And they go, "But you're red." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I have super pale, like, transparent skin. I'm like an alien." I don't hide my heat very well. Yes, yeah, okay, that's... I'm wondering what kind of mouth I should give him. Yes, yeah, there we go. That works. WonderCon? Yeah, depends on which WonderCon you're talking about. Apparently there's more than one. There's, like, WonderCon, I think, LA, WonderCon, like, Georgia or something. Like, they're all over the place. No, I'm not gonna puke it. I'm just gonna have him go, "Ooh." Yeah, LA. I've tried applying to some of those conventions, but I don't... Like I said, I don't get into many of them. It's just hard to get into some of them. Okay, I think this works for Bulba. Just need to erase some of your toesies here so I can... It's a lot better. At least he looks better than before. Okay, so we're gonna definitely... Yeah, we're gonna delete that one. We're gonna delete that one. And we're gonna delete that one. Okay. Ivysaur. Evolution works. What is that? Oh, some abominations. That is so cute! Just need an Ivysaur. It's like do 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 do. Okay, so we have... Ooh. maybe I'll do like a pose where he's using his vines to pull himself up or something. Boop-a-doo. But yeah, like, I mean, every con is hit and miss sometimes. Like, I've heard good things about certain conventions and good things about others. Gotta figure you out, Ivysaur. Your bulb is the hardest part. Nope. Okay. I don't even know what I'm drawing. I'm just drawing. Okay. Boop. Okay. I'll fix your mouth in a minute, buddy. Yeah, every con is different. It's like some conventions can be, like I said, all of them are hit and miss. Some years can be really great. Other years can be just lousy. Just depends on, I think it depends on like the staff. It depends on the guests that year. I mean, even I've done some cons where it's just like, holy moly, endless people, and then something happens. Okay, that worked. I like Ivysaur better now. Okay. He looks a lot better. I like him. Okay, we just need a Venusaur. But yeah, I mean, I've had my fair share of cons that were great because, you know, I said guests and everyone else. The worst, I would say the worst cons are the ones where things happen. Bad things happen mostly. It always sucks when bad shit go down. Venusaur is hard. He's kind of just a round toad, isn't he? So the worst one was Phoenix a couple years ago when it was kind of all over the place, but people know about it. One guy came to the con with real weapons, and he'd come in with wearing tactical gear, vests and everything, because he wanted to shoot the Green Ranger, or whatever his name is, or the Black, I don't know if he's a Black Ranger, Green Ranger, whatever he was, the Tommy actor. He was there at Phoenix, and I guess this guy didn't like him for whatever reason. And he only had like one friend on social media that was seeing all these posts he was posting, saying like, here's my picture. He was taking pictures of like, here I am inside the building, and here I am doing this. And his friend kind of went to the police like, hey, so this guy is posting some stupid stuff. I don't like that. And then, of course, the police tackled him, and everyone was like, oh, how'd he, it's like, well, people thought he was wearing cosplay, and it's like, they really didn't check weapons back then. It was just, you walked in, and they assumed it was, people assumed that you were, I'll do that in a minute, just wearing a cosplay. They didn't really think about, it was kind of before all these major shootings and everything. I mean, sure, my mom and I always thought about, what would a convention do? It's kind of it's a weak target, but it's still a target. And that's what happened, was this guy kind of found that loophole. So kind of like after, the worst part was like that Saturday when that event happened, they shut everything down. Or no, it was the next day, because it happened on a Friday. So Saturday, when we all got into the convention, they had to crack down immediately because of that incident. They couldn't have a repeat, and so they had to crack down on security. Suddenly there was new metal detectors, and we had to go through them and everything, and people were like, wait, what? And it took people hours to get through the lines, so the attendees couldn't even get down to us. I recorded it. It took them over 2 hours to finally meander down from the security lines down into the vendor hall. So we lost 2-3 hours, at least, of good sales time. Which sucks. It's like, we only have a small amount of time to make money. So to lose any hour... I hear you, cat, you're not coming in. So to lose any amount of time just sucks. It's scary. Yeah, well, the guy didn't shoot anybody, but he was tackled by security, so actually it's pretty funny. You can find the video of people actually recorded him being tackled. He's a big boy, too. He's a big boy. But yeah, it's scary to think, but then think about it. It's like, how vulnerable are most conventions? And they're very vulnerable. People don't realize that, but it's, they're soft targets. I hate saying that, but they are. So that guy kind of opened up everyone's eyes. I think almost every convention then adopted the model that Phoenix was doing. Was, sorry, you have to now have security checkpoints and everything. Which everyone's kind of like, wait, what? We have to now? It's like, yep. Yeah, so the only worst part was, like I said, just us vendors the next day, that Saturday, it killed sales. I I can tell you right away that we lost a lot of money. That Saturday was one of the worst Saturdays I ever had. And of course you go, what about Sunday? Well, Sunday wasn't any better because a lot of people, because of they were waiting 2 or 3 hours in lines. So they left. They didn't want to come back. So Sunday was kind of almost abysmal too. And this is the middle of Phoenix in like May, June, so it's 110, 115 degrees outside. I think that year when that happened, that Saturday, people actually passed out in line. Some people were sweating balls kind of thing, and some weren't told about the new measures, and they weren't allowed to bring any weapons, even props. So people were waiting 2 hours in line with all their cosplay on, drenched in sweat now, and told to go back to their vehicle to return their weapons. And people said, F this, and said, I'm not waiting in line again just to get in, so they drove home. So yeah, that was the problem. It was miscommunication, but then again, it wasn't really the con's fault. This all kind of happened. I mean, what do you want them to do? Not do anything? Yeah, I hate to say it, it was because of Phoenix that all these other conventions kind of, I think, opened their eyes to realize that this can happen. We've seen how it's happened at concerts, at schools, at airports. And I always laugh but I've always wondered why people haven't targeted things like conventions more often. I'm not advocating saying, go shoot people. I'm just saying, I'm just shocked we haven't seen more of it. Just because it's a lot of people in one area, there can be a lot of hate in some fandoms. I mean, we've seen look at the whole Cake Vic thing on Twitter and everything. Like, there is hate in fandoms. There's people that, the SJW weirdness that is with all that stuff, it's just, people do hate stuff, so it's just, I'm shocked we haven't seen more of that. And so when that happened, 3 years ago now? At Phoenix, it kind of, I think, opened every convention's eyes to say, we need to start double-checking, we need to start planning better. We can't do this anymore. There we go. I think Venusaur looks lovely. There we go. Venusaur is done. Yay, we redrew the grass stars. Yeah, I hate bringing up the topic of that, but it's just, it happened. I mean, I hate to say it, I think it's because of the convention I went to that every other con has now said, okay, we gotta check. But it's funny because they always had weapons check at most conventions. Excuse me. Most of them would do, like, okay, you go up to them, if they looked realistic, they'd ask them to check it, and they would zip tie, like, the handle to make sure it was, either locked so you can't pull the trigger, or just to show that we checked it and it's fine. Though I laughed, their checking process was tap, put a zip tie on it, and it was like, oh, okay. And I hate to say, you could go to the store and buy the exact same color zip tie and just walk in and people wouldn't question it. Ivysaur. Woo! It's like he's saying woo. Okay, these are good. These are good. These make me, if I laugh, then they're good. Woo! They never need to laugh after all the sadness. But I'm glad that nobody got hurt. I'm glad there was no carnage. There was no... I mean, I can only imagine if somebody started firing at a convention, how scary it would be. Especially with me being a vendor in an area where I may not know where the exits are. Because there are some cons I go to where if they're brand new to me, I may not know where the exits are. But I will say I am no stranger to fire alarms. Phoenix has always been notorious for that. It was always, people always said it was tradition that somebody would pull the fire alarm in Phoenix. And I started going for fun to Phoenix. And the first year, sure enough, somebody pulled it, but it was like right after my mom and I had left, so it wasn't a big deal. And then the second year, I started going for fun to Phoenix, and I started going for fun to Phoenix. And the first year, sure enough, somebody pulled it, but it was like right after my mom and I had left, so it wasn't a big deal. And then the second year, I started going for fun to Phoenix, and I started going for fun to Phoenix. And the first year, sure enough, somebody pulled it, but it was like right after my mom and I had left, so it wasn't a big deal. and no one's really pulled it since. They watch them now because they don't let people just be stupid. Though last year the fire alarm did go off, and sucky part was it wasn't somebody pulled it. Nope, it was a malfunction. Yeah, figures. We all thought someone pulled it. Nope, it was a malfunction. Yeah, lovely. The worst part was that it was malfunctioning right at the only time I had to go to enjoy a panel. I was going to a creepypasta reading from Mr. Creepypasta. Apparently he's a local here in Arizona. And I was like, oh cool, I'm really into, I like listening to them every now and then, the creepypastas. Some of them are really cool, and people can read them to me. I can do other stuff like draw or, turn my brain off or whatever. But it was funny because literally he opened the book up, he took a breath, went, and then we all turned and went, rear, rear, rear. Please evacuate the building. Rear, rear, rear. Please evacuate the building. And it was funny because he looked at all of us and went, this doesn't seem real. He goes, well, okay, I guess we gotta leave. And then somebody popped their head in saying, get out, everybody evacuate. So, we all had to leave. We all got filed out. This is around 6 o'clock, so it's still sunny out, and it's still hot as heck. Being thrown out to, the middle of these buildings in Phoenix. The alarms are going off, and there's nobody really to tell us what's going on. I'm looking around for, any staff members of the convention center, not just the con staff. And I find a lady, and she's kind of, yelling at people, saying, keep moving, keep moving. And I was like, ma'am, what's going on? I don't know, just keep moving. I was like, gee, lady, thanks. They kept telling us, to keep moving, and so we would stop, because we're outside the building. We're like, okay, well, we're always taught, once you're outside, you're fine. No, they wanted us to keep moving. And people were like, where do we go? I don't know, just get out of here. And we're like, out of here is, on the streets. There's bars over there. You want us to go to the bars? Yeah, just get out of here. So it was kind of sucky, because pretty much we were hoping the fire alarm would turn off, and we could go back in, but it wasn't turning off. It was still going off for a while, and the staff seemed kind of flustered. They didn't know what was going on. They were acting like it was a bomb. People were saying a bomb went off. Someone else. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the host and following all the fun stuff. My fun stories. People were telling mismatched information. One girl was shouting out in the crowd that it was because somebody fainted. So somebody pulled the fire alarm so that the paramedics would get there faster. Newsflash, don't ever pull a fire alarm because somebody passed out. That's not what the fire alarm is for. And it's going to bring the fire department, not the paramedics. Paramedics don't normally show up to a fire. Hello, chubby hero. Thank you for the hosting all the fun stuff. I draw and tell random stories of my childhood and past and present and future. Just telling all my fun convention stories right now. Well, fun for you, not fun for me at the time. Yeah, like I said, so people were spreading false rumors about somebody fainting, and somebody said they saw that somebody was smoked in the bathroom, that somebody was vaping. There was all these conflicting stories, and then my mom, working for the con, talked to people, and they said, no. It wasn't any of that. It was just, it was a malfunction in the electrical system that basically told the thing to, to do that. True, but I wouldn't pull a fire alarm just to get the paramedics there faster. That's I can't believe that one girl was spreading that lie on. I was like, guys, don't. She's like, well, it might get them there faster. I'm like, just call 911. And thank you for being intrigued by my Bulbasaur. These are my Derpymons. I do take requests if you have any ideas for Pokemon you want to see derpified, because we got the Bulbasaur here. We got Ivysaur, and we got a Venusaur. We finished a Blastoise earlier. We got a War Turtle. Where's the other puppy? Baby. Oh, where's his color? There's his color. We got a Squirtle. We got a lot of these guys. We got a Charizard. Got Charmeleon. I love him. I think I once saw Charmander. There's Charmander. I don't know what this is. It's a Charmander. Oh, hey, you know a friend. Cool. Bring the friends in. Bring all the friends. Okay, we're working on Dish Baby. Ooh, baby. I can't stop saying ooh every time I see this. Ooh. It's the Bulbasaur. It's the ooh-saur. Well, thank you. I am. If you're not laughing, then I'm not doing my job properly. These are my derpymons. They are derps. I have a whole collection of derps. I know people for a long time have asked me to draw the starters. I did draw the starters a long time ago, not derpified, just normal. So I finally decided a while back to crack down and draw them. I did draw Bulbasaur and his line differently. I didn't like how it looked, so I decided to right now redo it. And I think it looks so much better. He's a fat baby. He's a fat, lovely baby. Oh, thank you for hosting, yeah. But so yeah, I'm thinking of ending the stream soon. I'm getting tired, but I keep getting more views, so I'm like, I can keep going. I can trek for another 30 minutes, probably. I can do probably 30 minutes. I mean, why not, right? I will try to stream tomorrow afternoon. I can't do tomorrow night. I am gonna go see the Code Geass film, so that's gonna be fun. If I'm awake after, I might stream. Normally I stream video games, but I've been having some problems lately with my Streamlabs OBS. The last update they did screwed up my video settings. So I can stream for like 8 minutes, and then my video gets all corrupted. I don't know why, and I've been tweeting them, and they're just like, well, what are your settings? I'm like, I don't change the settings. You guys updated, and it screwed up my games. I said, I'm using regular OBS. I'm using this thing to do this right now because their OBS Streamlabs won't screen capture. It's really weird. It's a nice program, but it won't capture the screen. I've tried. It does not like it. So I have to go back to old school OBS, you know? It's like, well, at least I have old school OBS. But I'm glad you like... Yeah, it's still in beta. It's just... It works fine for the most part, but they keep updating it like crazy, and they're not really helpful when it comes to, like, help. Like I said, because it was working fine for a while, and then, like 2 weeks ago, they updated. I know, because my computer's taking forever to update it. And then, all of a sudden, I looked over at my screen, and people were saying, hey, we can hear you, but we can't see your screen. I said, what? I turned on the preview, and I saw, like, the whole screen was, like, I call it corrupted. It's like when your screen gets, all the pixels get all pushed around everywhere. Max. I can kind of believe that. Which is sad. I'm hoping they fix stream... Well, I know Nintendo, I think, is trying to release a thing where you can actually stream Nintendo games right off of Nintendo. So that's kind of cool. Ooh. I can't stop saying ooh. Okay, we need Bulbasaur. 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 Bulba. I kind of like this one because it's a little bit darker bulb. Or do this one. Copy. It's a tiny Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur. And yes, as a kid, I used to make the Pokemon noises. I can't do all of them. Oh, I have not done Cubone. No, I have not. I'm kind of sad if I did Cubone, to be honest. Does PlayStation actually allow you to stream? I thought you can only use the Elgato and Streamlabs to do it. My friend got me into streaming, and I had to buy the Elgato for like, what, $60, $70? Kind of ouchy. The new Elgato costs like $200 or something like that. I really want that one, but I'm not spending more money. I'd rather buy a new camera to do vlogging. I know Nintendo's trying to do that where they're going to set up where you can stream right from Nintendo, which would be cool. I wouldn't mind that, just turning it on. I don't have an Xbox, so I can't tell you what Xbox does. Yeah, when I stream on from PlayStation, I have to turn off a certain thing on the settings, because if I don't turn it off, it won't let me stream. It will actually block it on my computer. So I can't stream, like, I can't stream Game of Thrones. Yeah, I think so. It's the older one. It's not the newest one. It's doesn't have the right cables for it. It's fine. I bought it because it was cheaper. I'm not made of money, man. I'll start with the cheaper one first, and if I do really good at streaming and make money, then yes, I will buy another. I'll buy a better microphone too. This is not even a Blue Yeti. This is just a simple, what's it called? Finite? Fifi. We're calling it Fifi. Fifi 9 Technologies. I don't know what it is. It's just a stupid microphone that I bought. It's a USB mic. Who cares? Yeah, it's not it's funny because, like, on my computer, if I use this old OBS to stream for gaming, it looks like on my TV, but then when I look at the stream, it just dips in quality so bad. I hate that. It kind of sucks. I get it, it's because I also have really bad internet too, and my laptop isn't really meant for streaming. Oops, that's too far. And that's fine. Yeah, we recently my friend was like, what's your internet like out here? And you're on like one of those test streams to figure out how my internet is where I live. He's like, how is it so bad? Wow, really? That is weird. That is weird. I'm just gonna mute my down in case I get any more updates. I don't. Oops. Can you? Thank you. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, I've kind of learned where I live in my town. It's an older part of town, so the cables and everything are just older and they haven't replaced them yet. My friend lives in a newer part of town, so of course he gets all the good new stuff. His internet's like super fast. I'm jealous of that. That's why I liked going to his house. We would stream at his house. But recently his mom moved back in, so I can't stream his house right now because his mom is in his game room. Okay, so we need a pink mouth. Bulbasaur needs a pink mouth. So yeah, I can do Cubone. I don't think tonight, unfortunately. There's only so much creative juices this brain can pump out, and I think it's pretty much done. Ooh, I can't stop singing. It's just like he's saying, ooh. Oh my god. But yeah, the other Derpymons, if you want to know what they look like, these are all the Derpmons that I have. I have a big collection of Derpmons. The dogs have a certain pose, the cats have a certain pose, the birds have no feet because I'm weird. Ghost types tend to be really goofy. Dragon types have a little Buddha belly I do with the little, with their foot up. I'm really proud of that Steelix. His little eyebrows are the best. But yeah, no, I mean, I can do a Cubone. I haven't done, actually, I've only ones I've done for ground types was, well, Steelix and Onyx were the only two I think I've done for rock types. I haven't done Geodude either. So I kept them all the popular ones people ask for, so like the birds, the dragons, the legendaries, some ghost types, the dog. Everyone loves the dog. My most popular ones are like Growlithe here, Arcanine's pretty popular, Houndoom and Houndour are really popular. It's just weird. Yeah, I'll make more. I mean, this is... These two were commissions. The Drifloon was a commission, so I don't sell that one, unfortunately. You don't sell commissions, you know? That's just mean. But yeah. The first one I drew was Articuno up here. I'm still most proud of his Lugia. I still love that. Yeah, actually I did draw... There's Mystic. Valor's blowing a kiss. I'm Team Valor, so I had to draw her sexy, and Mystic is always jerks to me, so I drew it like that. Where's Spark? Where's Spark? There he is. Spark's holding 2 eggs. I drew Spark first, and then I drew the other two second and third, but... So yeah, those are the Derpmons. The newer Derpmons are these ones. So you have the melting ice types. People don't like that. And then I do have Sobble. I do have a Grookey. I think he's in 2019. Where is he? I do have a Groki here. I don't know what I was going for. I was thinking high, because he's a grass type, but I'm probably going to redo him. I don't like drawing monkeys. They're kind of hard to draw. But I have nothing for Score Bunny. And the only thing I have for Score Bunny was the one I drew. Oh, where is it? 2019. The one I drew when the game first announced. Where is he? Where's my boy? Where's my baby boy? I have too many drawings. Oh, this one. I drew this randomly, and I think it's gonna be his Derpymon, so I cannot. Yeah, I'm gonna buy the new games. I'm gonna go with Shield because I love Shield Hero. Yes, this is the best. I'll tell my friend. I was trying to think of, like, if I get Score Bunny, he's gonna be a murderer. I want him to be a murderer. Mine will. He's gonna have an angry temperament. So yeah, this is probably gonna be his Derpmon. So I might change some of the Derpymons to be more like this, where they're just kind of silly. Not, I mean, this is still cute. This is cutesy silly. But I might, yeah, definitely Score Bunny. It's even called Sassy Score Bunny. Maybe Sassmons, but I can't draw everybody sassy. Oh, I'm gonna draw too much drawing. So yeah, that's a Score. That's probably gonna be Score Bunny's derp form, just for laughs. I have so many. There's so many I have to draw. There's just so many. Where is? I don't think he's in this one. We just found him. Where'd he go? He's in here. Let's see. I did have some cutesy, like I drew cutesy mons here. I forgot I had these. These are adorable. Are these not saved as Photoshop? Did I save? Yeah, he's photo. Okay, he's photo. Okay. That one's saved. Okay, so we'll just do that one later. Remind myself to do that. Let's see, what else is in here? I have so many drawings, ridiculous. Yeah, I did try to start some bug types a long time ago. Just not really proud of them, because Metapod, what can you do with them? It's just Metapod. Do I plan on drawing them all? Maybe. Maybe. For now, I was kind of going more for the people. People ask me all the time at conventions, like, do you have this drawing, this character? And it's just with Pokemon, they always have the common ones. I know it's a lot. I know it is. It's 800 something. I don't think I'm gonna do that many. But I'm trying to focus more on the unpopular Pokemon. Like you saw my list, I had like the dogs, the cats, some ghost types. Because when you go to like some of the the big guys groups, you always see like you see Pikachu, you see Eevee, you see Charmander, you see Charizard. You always see those guys, but you don't see like Wigglytuff. You don't see Geodude. You don't see a Diglett. And even when you go to, like, artist tables, they'll draw all the Eevees, they'll draw Pikachu, they'll draw the starters, but then someone goes, oh, do you have... I'm trying to think of a Pokemon people ask me about. Do you have Shuckle? I've actually been asked, do I have Shuckle stuff? And I'm like, really? Yeah, I mean, I love Eevee too, but it's just like, yeah, it's like, it gets a little bit overdone when everybody has it and everyone does it. But I've had requests at my table for people say, oh, I see you draw a random Pokemon, do you have this Pokemon? It's mostly we have a Team Rocket group here in Arizona. I tried joining them, but apparently they have like limited spots and they're already filled up. And so I'm on Team Magma. Darn it, I'm my own team. But one of the Team Rocket members, when they come to my table, they always ask for like Shuckle. They ask for random stuff. Teams. I said Team Magma. That was from Sinnoh or Hoenn. No, I think it's Hoenn. Yeah, it's Hoenn. Team Magma, Team Aqua. But Team Rocket, they're Team Rocket of Arizona, I think is what they're called. They basically get to wear the outfits and everything. They always walk around with the black outfits or the white outfits, but they love weird Pokemon. I do make little Ghastly foam pins, so they like those. Yeah, I sell cons, and they're a cosplay group here in Arizona. Like I said, I wanted to join them, but they. Apparently, I asked them once saying, "Hey, can I join you guys?" And they're like, "Ooh, sorry, we have limited member slots." I'm like, really? I just can't throw my name in the hat and just give me a sticker that says, "Hi, my name is Rocket Grunt number 50 or something." So yeah, I try to, like I said, the Dirtmons are fun. Yeah, they're evil like that. But they're nice. They always come to my table and always buy stuff. So I mean, I'm not against buying stuff. By all means, buy all my stuff. Heck, I tend to cater to them for most of this stuff for Pokemon. I mean, I still get some of the kids that like my stuff. Okay, it's a little too much. There we go. Boop. So yeah, I think if I do another stream for the Derpymons, I might just put like a little banner around it saying suggest a Pokemon and I'll draw it. Would that be okay with everybody? If people want to see that, I can do requests. Because I need help of figuring out which Pokemon you all want to see. And yes, I'm from the South, so... Sorry if my... Well, I'm from the Southwest, but I don't really say y'all very often. I can do that. Like, I can do, like, a request stream. It won't be a commission stream. It's going to be a request stream. So it's just like, look, you don't own that drawing. It's just... I need ideas if you want to see a certain Pokemon. I can draw it. Well, I just need help figuring out what people want to see. I want to avoid the main ones. Like I said, I only drew these starters because people have been asking for quite a long time. Somebody asked if I had Squirtle at a convention. I was just like, really? And they're like, that's the only character I like is Squirtle. And then they walked away from my table. I'm like, well, gee, thanks. It's like, if you wait a second, I can get a piece of paper and draw you a Squirtle. And people were finally like, you don't have the starters? And I'm like, no. Why not? I don't know, because everybody has the starters. You can go buy it from the dealers. I don't like competing with the dealers. I'm kind of mad because I make plushies too, and I started making plushies before they made like the Cosmog ones and everything else, and of course now they have Nebby. So it's kind of annoying. It's like, yay, you guys got Nebby too. Just what I wanted, competition. Oh yeah, Mimikyu. When Sun and Moon first came out, I made those kind of plushies, and I was like, okay, cool, no one's made these yet. And then all of a sudden they're like, we're gonna make plushies. Thank you, dealers. Love you so much. Because of course then the parents are like, well, we bought this plush for for $15, and you're selling it for $40. But mine's hand sewn. But it's the same character. But mine's hand sewn. It is literally hand sewn. But it's so more. I will say this, that I'm pretty sure my home state is wishy-washy. Oh, that stupid little fish guy. I'd probably have to draw them when they're in a swarm, because that would be the perfect thing. You could just do like the parody from like Finding Nemo with them. Don't give me ideas. You're giving me ideas. Why must you give me ideas? I could do the derpiness for, oh man. Can I say I hated beating up that trial boss? I actually had to go against him twice. No, I want ideas. I just hate when my brain thinks of ideas and it's late at night and I'm like, I can't stay up all night. It's almost midnight, so I'm being a bad girl. Wish he was. I mean, I thought, oh, it's gonna be easy to beat this guy, and he kicked my butt. I was just like, what? Like, this stupid thing kicked my booty. Had to, like, go train up and came back. Well, I think I didn't have any electric type. Yeah, I had no electric type. I had to go catch one real quick, because I was like, God darn it. I had no grass or electric types to beat him. Okay, we're saying time. Yep, 11:57 right now. Yep, it's the midnights. Okay, we're not gonna clean up the liner, we're just gonna get it done. And my cats are screaming at me. I love my cats, but they scream a lot. Oh, too high. I'd say I'm trying to avoid the Sun and Moon Pokemon because I've noticed they aren't really popular at conventions yet. I think it's because they're still newish and people really don't know them. And a lot of the people that have money are like myself. they're in the 20-something category where they know what character they know what Pokemon they like. They like the Kanto Pokemon. They like Sinnoh. They grew up with them. Yeah, I have 5 cats. Is it 5? Darn it. Let's see. Scooter, Taz, Furby, Vinny, Max, little girl 6. I forgot about her. I never see her. She's really, really skittish. She's a sister to Max. My mom and I, we lost a cat a while back, and we went to the main society, and it's a local animal shelter. And they had 2 cats. Since they were siblings. One was black. We lost a black cat, so Mom wanted him because he was black and help her recover. Tropicus. Oh, it's that weird banana dinosaur guy, right? The wings of. I have not drawn him yet, so he would be on the list. I'd say pretty much if you avoid all the dog types, the dragons, the legendaries, the cats, and most of the ghosts, I've drawn those guys. If you want, I've ignored the rocks minus Onyx and Steelix, so if you want to throw out the rock guys, what am I not drawn yet? Okay, we're gonna save that. Always save. That's my advice. Always save. I'm probably gonna talk for a little bit because I don't think I want to draw right now. So yeah, any of the rock guys I haven't drawn yet. I've avoided most of the fairy types, so if you have any fairy typing you like, I haven't drawn Jigglypuff, I haven't drawn Wigglytuff, Clefairy. Oh my god. My dad loved Clefairy. When I was a kid, we used to watch Pokemon. He loved that Pokemon. I don't know why. And the Clefairy. I remember when we watched the anime, my dad was like, what is this Pokemon? I love it. It was just funny to watch my dad love a Pokemon. And he loved Clefairy, so I'll probably add the fairy types to my list then, because I know I haven't drawn them yet. I just haven't figured out. I like trying to do certain poses, or at least certain types for each derpy. The stars will get the unique poses, because they're all a little different. I'm not going to erase that yet. We don't need that. Let's see. Where are they? I have so many folders. But actually, yeah, these are my old drawings. It's better to see all of them. These are the evolutions that I drew, I think, back in like 2012, 2011. So yeah, these are my chubby Eevees. I redrew Jolteon, but this is the original Jolteon. That's the original one I drew. I mean, you can see how old these are. I mean, look at my line work. Oh my god, it's so old. Oh, Jeebus. That is really old. Oh my goodness, that is so old. What are these? What was I drawing? I don't know what I was drawing. These are my old. Yeah, this is the old evolutions that I drew. Yeah, I called them people called them the chubbies. This is actually kind of what sparked the Derpymons, actually, was these drawings I did so many years ago now. I think I drew Eevee first, and I drew like the first 3, Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon, and then I was like, well, I gotta draw everybody else, and then Sylveon came out, so I added Sylveon real quick, but I had this chubby design for them. I just made them round little bodies. I might do the evolutions again, and I'll probably do it in this fashion. Not cutesy. They're going to be derpy faces, but they're going to be chubby. I think that might be the best thing to do for the evolutions, is to make them chubsters again and bring back my chubby mons. The chubby Eevees. So yeah, this is my original. I still save it because I don't like get rid of stuff. I'm like, no. Wrong one. That's ponies. Why am I looking at ponies? There it is. I was like, where's Pokemon? There's Pokemons. Pokemans. See, I've done pretty much all the dragons. I've done canines. I've done felines. Done most of the legendaries. I think the ones I'm missing, I think, are the Sun and Moon legendaries, because I have Rayquaza, I have Yveltal, Xerneas. I don't have Darkrai. I haven't drawn him yet. No Darkrai yet. Oh, Goodra? Yeah, Goodra's pretty cute. I like Haunter, though. Haunter, actually, I hate saying earlier my favorite Pokemon was Mudkip. I kind of say Haunter's my favorite one now, to be honest. Entei's pretty good. Where's Raiko? Raiko's kind of like he's scheming something there. He's like, whoo. Yeah, that's it. If you're not laughing, Sableye was a new one I did, I think, earlier this year, or last year. He was kind of hard because his eyes were just that stupid crystal. I love Steelix, though. I think Steelix is probably one of my favorites. People still confuse him for Onix because I guess they're similar colors. I thought with the little arm things they would realize that that's Steelix, not Onix, but people don't realize that apparently. Yeah, I do have Phantom. Ooh, spooky. I think Xerneas is pretty good. Drawing his stupid head thing was so annoying. Especially I had to figure out where each spike went, make sure I had enough spikes. It was like, oh my god, it was so annoying. I lied to you. How do I lie to you? How do I lie? I don't have Cubone. I have Perugly. Nobody ever buys him. I don't blame him. He's kind of... I'm thinking I will draw the gym leaders from Kanto eventually in the style of like these guys. Oh, I'm sorry I did my face. I forgot. I always loved Haunter because in the anime I forgot. You know, haunt. Like he's always laughing. I love him. Plus his floaty hands. But yeah, I'm thinking of drawing the gym leaders like this style, this chibi style. But I'm probably only going to send the Kanto gym leaders only because most of the gym leaders, there's so many. And some of them aren't really iconic. Like, I didn't even know half of them, to be honest. But definitely I'm thinking I'll do the other gym leaders eventually. Yeah, I have a list of things to do. I have a long list. So many. Yeah, like Groudon, I really couldn't chibify him. It was kind of hard to. You can't. The legendaries are kind of hard. Just they look too iconic. You can't change them too much. I don't really sell much of Luxray, which is kind of sad. I like him. Just bleh. Oh my blahs. Just so much. Just so much to work on. I have a lot of things to work on. But yeah, I do have these ones, the team ones. I gotta print these up. Team Sobble. Not really proud of that drawing. Sobble's kind of a pain in the butt. Where's Scorbunny? Scorbunny, where'd you go? Scorbunny. Not you. I love you. You're the best. Where's the other one? Oh, this one. That one I kind of like. I like how he looks. Everybody else I'm like, nah, I don't really like him. But okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it quits for now because it's midnight and I'm tired and my voice is going. But this is the brand that I did today too. So there we go. End game. It's gonna be a sticker. I hope I did that quote right. I was trying to remember what the quote was. I've only seen the movie once. I didn't see it twice. I think that's the correct quote. Yeah, I think everyone agrees we don't want firefighting again. I told my friend that. He's like, what's wrong with firefighting? I'm like, dude, there's a huge list of firefighting. There's Torchic. There's Tepig's firefighting. I mean, technically, Litten is a little bit, even though he's dark, he's still a fighter looking. Like, we have plenty of firefighting. Okay, well, that's America's ass, so. It's a double meat. I just now got, oh my god. I saw the movie 2 weeks ago, and I just now, there's 2 meanings to that, I just now got it. Oh, once in a while I'm too slow for my own good. Oh, that turtle can beat me. So yeah, I will try to stream a little bit tomorrow. I will try to announce when I'm doing a Derpymon request. So yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for tonight, guys. So if you want to follow me, by all means, go for it. I'll do requests soon. Requests are not a free commission. It's just to say if you want to see a certain Pokemon. If you do want to commission me, by all means, do it. I'm pretty cheap. I'm like $10 for a commission if you want to do that. But, okay. I'm going to bed. Later, guys.